In today's video, we talk about police officers who thought they had the power until they met the people they illegally stopped. So let's go. This dude was just strolling around Vegas, minding his own business, filming the scene. Then out of nowhere, this cop came in hot, acting all unprofessional, practically attacking the guy and saying he shouldn't be there. The dude fired back, telling the cop he could be wherever the heck he wanted in public. The cop finally realized he screwed up, but instead of backing off, he pulled some other reason out of thin air, saying the guy couldn't record. Homeboy wasn't having it though, telling the cop he could record whatever in public. Cop wouldn't quit, so he was like, "Why were you filming, man?" The guy just shrugged and said he was doing it for his Instagram stories.
They want you to leave.
It doesn't matter. I'm allowed to be in this public sidewalk anywhere I want right here.
Okay, but
it doesn't matter what they want. The law says I'm allowed to be right here. My First Amendment, I'm allowed to be right here. Okay, that's fine. I'm allowed to record right here. I don't care what they want. I care what the law matters.
What is the reason?
It's for a story.
What's that?
It's a story.
Okay.
When the guy asked the cop for his first and last name and badge number, the officer straight up showed his ignorance of the law, claiming he didn't have to dish out that info. Like, come on, you gotta listen to every word I say when I'm rocking this uniform and on the job, man. You could tell the cop was losing it, probably because he couldn't handle this guy, so he just awkwardly wished him a nice rest of the day and bounced. Classic case of a cop getting schooled and bowing out.
So what's your name and badge number? What's your name and badge number?
All right, so listen.
What's your name and badge number?
Can you listen to me?
No.
I'm trying to talk.
I want your name and badge number before I talk to you.
You can be here.
What's your name and badge number?
Can you listen to me?
I'm asking for a thing. Your policy you have to give me. He gave it right away. What's your name and badge number?
No, it's not.
What's your name and badge number? I'm not going to talk to you. You're a costume. You're in a costume. I need a name and badge number.
I'm in a uniform.
What's your name and badge number? Verbally identify.
I have to tell you my badge
yeah, you do. Your badge number. Your P number. Yes, you do.
It is not.
Then let me get your business card. That is in there. 2 forms of ID. Let me get your business card.
No, you don't need none of my information.
Yeah, I do.
My name is
yeah, I do. What's your name? I don't see it. What is it?
Back up.
What's your badge number? I got it right there. There's your badge number since you want to be a tyrant, and I don't want to hear nothing else you got to say. Go back and do your job. Stop wasting taxpayer dollars.
If you go up to a car,
I don't care. Don't bark orders because I haven't done nothing wrong. I haven't done nothing wrong. Get your life together and get in your car, bro.
Have a nice day, man.
Bark orders to somebody else.
When a male and female police officer spotted a guy walking down the street with a camera, they thought it was reason enough to stop him and ask for his identification. Little did they know, they had just crossed paths with someone who seemed to have a better grasp of the law than they did. The guy stood his ground, citing the Fourth Amendment and explaining that he wasn't obligated to identify himself unless he had committed a suspicious or illegal act. Without any valid reason, the officer went on to accuse the guy of filming the neighborhood with the intention of planning a robbery. Sounds pretty absurd, right? This guy, aware of his rights under the First Amendment, calmly educated the police officer on his freedom to film in public spaces. Instead of acknowledging the constitutional lesson, this cop, in a threatening tone, questioned the guy's refusal to identify himself. Talk about a cop flexing authority without actually knowing the law.
You do realize that you have to comply with me asking for identification.
Incorrect.
Sir, can I have your identification?
No, thank you.
I have to know who you are.
You don't have to know who I am.
Well, I do.
If you have a reasonable, articulable suspicion of a crime...
Do you have a reasonable, articulate reason why are you planning on robbing this place?
I am not.
How do I know that? I think you are.
You don't? Well, okay.
I think you are. So
what evidence do you have that I might be doing what you suggest?
Are you a freelance movie maker?
I don't wish to answer any more questions. Fifth and Sixth Amendment. I don't wish to identify Fourth Amendment.
Okay, well, the Fourth
and I'm going to stand here and record First Amendment.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. So you're failing to comply with a lawful request for identification.
Well, to clarify, I'm failing to honor a request for an unlawful order to identify.
Can you give me a suitable reason as to why you're filming this place, that it shouldn't feel like you're casing the place?
First Amendment of the Constitution of the United States does not require me to have a reason.
You're planning on robbing your place, is what I'm hearing.
You're hearing it all wrong.
No, because you're not cooperating. If you have nothing to hide, all I'm asking for is identification, and then I'll be on my way.
Fourth Amendment says no.
Oh, you sure about that?
Positive.
You sure about that?
100% positive.
All right.
Then, the cop drops this bombshell, telling the guy filming that he's onto him because he knows exactly what he's up to. The officer goes full Sherlock Holmes, concluding that the guy's just trying to provoke him, hoping they'll do something on camera so he can sue them later. Where's your tinfoil hat, buddy? Am I right? But the guy just laughs it off, explaining he's been filming for 3 years without suing anyone or causing any trouble. Even though he didn't have to spill the beans, the guy decides to share a bit, telling the cop he's from Virginia, just here to enjoy his hobby of filming for a few more days. But for some mysterious reason, the cop starts pretending he knows this guy and what he was doing and filming 3 weeks ago, even though the guy insists he hasn't been around for months. Trying to explain the basics to a cop who thinks he's the ultimate know-it-all can be a real headache. The cop even had the audacity to threaten the guy, saying if there's a robbery in the next couple of days, he'll be the prime suspect because apparently that's the master plan.
We will speak again, all right? And I know what you're at.
Okay.
You're looking for a lawsuit. You're not going to get one out of us.
No, I've been doing it for 3 years. I've never sued anybody.
I saw you in front of Americue. I saw you in front of Americue.
Americue.
So maybe you'll come up with a better hobby down the road, but for now, that's fine. You want to harass people, that's good.
I have to ask, what is Americue?
Oh, you know what Americue is? It's the bank that you were filming a couple weeks ago in Lil-Ayo.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I don't have to identify, but I'll tell you right now, I'm from Northern Virginia,
Okay.
and I've only been up here a couple days.
Okay.
Americue,
I realize that you're here to do something, because I have a body camera as well as you do.
Yep.
Mine's on just as well as yours is.
Exxon. Not familiar with that company. Is that a good company?
It's a very good company.
Cool.
Okay. So I realize that you didn't come here from Virginia just to visit and take in the sights like gun shops and banks and stuff like that. So,
There are reasons other than videoing that I'm here, but I figured while I'm here, I might as well continue my hobby. I don't know what Americue is, and I wasn't here 2 weeks ago.
no, it was more than 2 weeks ago. It was closer to 3 weeks ago. But
No.
anyways,
Last time I was here was April 4th, and y'all came and told them that what I was doing was perfectly fine.
no, it
It
is.
wasn't you specifically or you, but it was Cheryl
No,
PD.
no, no. Like I said, what you're doing isn't illegal, but it's
Correct.
very strange. And if that place is to be robbed, we'll say, for
Yep.
example, by tonight, we'll be looking for you because you're over here.
If that place is robbed in the next, I don't know how long, keep that video and run facial recognition on me.
Okay, well, that's good. It's good. Now, whatever you do, though, do not step foot on their property. I know you know
I-
you're legally
yeah, I know that.
where you can go, where you can't.
GIS survey, I got this sidewalk, I'm fine here, and I don't know how many feet, but I won't risk it. The shoulder
Well, I
in
hope
front
you
of
accomplished what you were looking to do, so we'll see you later.
So this cop gets his feathers all ruffled over a dude standing on the sidewalk with a yard sale sign. Like, seriously? The cop rolls up claiming it's illegal. But little does he know, this guy's got a permit for it and he knows his rights. The cop can't even come up with a decent reason why it's supposedly against the law. But wait, it gets better. The dude's rocking a body camera, catching every bit of the cop's ignorance and power trip. The guy asks the officer about this so-called law against yard sale signs, and the cop's like, "I'll show you." Cue the guy going off, sarcastically asking if the cop recites his oath to the country every day because he's acting more like a tyrant than a servant of the people. The cop stays silent the whole time because, let's be real, what can he say when he realizes the guy he tried to mess with is way smarter than him? The guy straight up humiliated the cop, telling him to take a hike. He's like, even if you stick around, it's just your cop ego, man, not my problem. The cop couldn't even look him in the eye. The dude owned that encounter, and the cop probably needed a minute to recover from that dose of reality.
But you can't hold that yard sale sign like that.
Sure I can.
No, you can't.
Yeah, absolutely can. I challenge on that.
Huh?
I challenge on that.
You don't have a permit for it.
I don't have to have a permit.
Sure you do.
Now, First Amendment protected activity, it's my right. You cannot convert.
You and your First Amendment stuff is...
You swear an oath to it, buddy, so I would take it a little more seriously if I was you.
Absolutely.
Okay, if you want to try to convert a constitutionally protected activity into a crime, good luck to you. Show me the village code that says I
Sure,
can't
I
hold the
will,
sign.
right now.
Yeah, go ahead.
I will.
Go ahead. Talk yourself out. There's no such thing.
Sure there is.
No, there's not. Did you swear an oath to the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution that you say you've had enough of hearing me talk about? Huh? Is that what you did? You recite that oath every day?
Sure.
What are you doing harassing people having a yard sale, man? You got so
Not
much to say. Yeah, of course you are. You're the fourth police officer to be here today for a yard sale. I have a permit.
So because I gotta, that's part of my job. Go around
Who
and check
complained?
that
Who
village
complained?
code
Who
sergeant.
complained? You sergeant. Nobody complained. Bartlemy sending you to is down here to harass me in retribution. Qualified immunity should be a very precious thing to you. You obviously don't care about it, and you're going to lose it.
No shine shall be disputed unless...
This sign is not posted. This sign is being held in my hands. Get the law right, bro. Figure it out. Yeah, so why don't you just take a ride down the road? Nobody's putting a sign away. I'm going to stand out here with the sign until you either arrest me, write your ticket, or do whatever you're going to do. And you're here at a retribution because of what I do on YouTube. And you're trying to give me a hard time. And you know what I'll tell you about your hard time? You're dismissed, bro. You're dismissed. Goodbye. And if your ego is going to keep you here, that's your problem.
Watch how cops ruined their police careers in an instant. 3 of them showed up in a family's yard where the kids were playing and running around just looking for their ID. Supposedly, they got a call about loud music, but these 3 acted like they were on the hunt for the world's most wanted criminal. Not only did they wreck the family's nice day in their yard, but they had the gall to demand ID from everyone. The guy, though, wasn't having any of it. He calmly explained that he didn't have to introduce himself or show his ID unless he was legally in trouble. Then he dropped the truth bomb that the supposed loud music from the apartment didn't exist. Why? Because as they could clearly see, he was outside with these kids and their mom enjoying a beautiful day. Those cops definitely picked the wrong family to mess with.
Thank you. He's trying to tell me. What's your name and badge number?
Cochran.
Badge number?
912.
All right.
Is that
What's going on?
6 done yet?
What's going on? Can I get your name and badge number for the record?
Officer Brooks, 914.
Thank you. He's trying to tell me that I have to show him an ID. And if I'm not lawfully arrested, I don't have to show ID. That's my right.
Well, we received a complaint while we're here.
The complaint was about loud music in the apartment. I'm out here. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Is that the apartment you're from? Is there?
No, I don't live here.
No, he don't live here. He was sitting out here with the kids.
Unless I'm suspected of a crime and you're lawfully arresting me, I don't have to show ID. It's the law.
Because he asked him a question. Yeah, like honestly, he's been actually pretty rude since he come up.
Right? And it's being recorded, so.
I mean, you can even ask my kid. She just walked up to me and says, "Why is that cop?"
Nowhere, because I called you a dick.
I didn't like it.
This is all family. There's no supervisor.
How you doing, sir?
If it's not family, then that would be.
Listen, he showed up for a call about loud music. Okay. I'm not in the apartment for 1. For 2, he comes up and starts demanding my.
The officers totally crossed the decency line a while back, especially when they started grilling the children's mother about who this man was. Turns out he's her brother, just there to help out with the kids. But honestly, who cares? It's none of their business, and their unprofessionalism is off the charts. The background music? Not even from their house, and they have zilch to do with it. Then old junior cop here, attempting to sound all smart, adds the unnecessary comment that they're there because of the noise reported by the neighbors. When the mom asks where these mysterious complaining neighbors are, the young cop says that even if there are no neighbors, that doesn't mean they weren't bothering anyone. What? Well, what? It doesn't even make sense. But wait, the senior cop jumps in, trying to save face, claiming that they have the right to demand ID from anyone during an investigation. However, the guy behind the camera, for the umpteenth time, schools them that if he hasn't committed any offense, he has the right to not hand over his ID, and they can't harass him for that. Finally, the senior cop catches on, wishes them a nice day, tells them to be careful, and heads out with his head hanging low.
Arrested. I'm not suspected of committing a crime. He cannot articulate any proof of that. I don't have to show my ID.
All right, the reason we're up here is just because it was a noise complaint.
I understand that. That's got nothing to do with me.
All right.
He wasn't standing out here.
He was out here helping watch my kid.
Okay. All he did was
This is a friend of your guys' in there?
This is my brother.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What's your name?
I did nothing. I don't want to give. I don't want to give my name. Because then it's going to be generated in your log and.
It is when there's neighbors out here.
There's no neighbors. Where are the neighbors?
Where are your neighbors?
There's been no neighbors.
You're disturbing the peace even if there's no neighbors.
You asked us
All right. Well,
the music down.
here's the important thing, all right?
That's exactly what you just said.
It is. It's down.
All right, cut down the noise.
He's still here harassing us.
Officer, the reason he's here harassing us is because he wants to make his little smart-ass bitch comments that we're here all the time.
All right, don't make it worse. Don't make it
his
worse.
comments, I'm gonna make mine.
Right, and I wasn't rude. I asked him a simple question. He started demanding my ID. I said, am I lawfully arrested?
Here's the thing. When officers get sent to a complaint of something, the first thing that we're required to do, we identify people on the scene.
Right.
We don't know you. I don't know you.
And I understand that, but when it's my...
I don't know you, man, and I've known him forever, and I don't know
But
you.
when it's my right to not give my ID, to not have my name generated in a police log, he doesn't have to threaten me with arrest and shit. I haven't done nothing wrong. I haven't committed any crime.
We have a legal right to identify people.
You have a legal right to ask.
When we're investigating a complaint, which we're up here for a complaint.
Right. He comes, said turn the music down, and that was that. I ain't got nothing to do with the loud music.
And once again, I understand that. All right. Just keep the noise down for the night. We're good to go.
All right, no problem.
Thank you, Potter.
All right. Take care of yourselves.
Yep, no problem.
All right. Thank you.
Have a good day.
Hey, man, I got
The cop thought he had power until he decided to stop a dude casually walking down the street. For absolutely no reason, the cop wanted the ID of a guy who hadn't committed any crime and wasn't even a suspect. The dude was just strolling and filming. The cop couldn't even articulate why he stopped the man. He just kept basically insisting on getting that dang ID. When the man, rightfully ignoring the officer, continued walking, the cop crossed the line and started physically restraining him. That's a big no-no. The man, having none of it, warned the officer about reporting and suing him. First for illegal street groping and harassment, and second for asking for an ID when he wasn't obligated to provide. But get this, the officer was so confident that he even claimed to have a reason to suspect the guy. Because the man's face was covered. Aha! The man then sarcastically educates the cop that it's cold outside, hence the scarf. Are people automatically suspicious in winter now?
Want to know what your name is?
I don't care what you want.
Well,
that's not the policy.
The Secret Service.
I don't care. Then why don't they come out here and talk to me?
They will in a moment.
Okay, go ahead. Am I being detained?
What's your name?
Am I being detained?
What is your name?
Am I being detained?
What is your
I'm gonna
name?
assume no.
What's that?
I'm gonna say, hey, don't you touch me. Don't you touch me. Public servant, don't touch me. Look, public servant, you don't touch me.
All right.
You don't touch me.
Or else what?
You don't touch me.
Or else what?
I will file a complaint.
You can file a complaint.
Don't
but
touch
I'm going
me.
to identify you.
You're being live streamed? Nope.
All right, stop.
No. Am I being detained?
Yes, you are being detained.
Am I being detained?
Identify who you are.
That's not the way this goes.
Well, I don't care what you say.
Okay. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. I'm not.
Sir,
no.
The Secret Service has.
I don't care.
To identify.
I don't
you.
care what they want.
Okay.
That's not the way this goes.
I understand that.
Show me the law.
Okay, I understand that.
Show me what have I broken?
What is your
What
name?
law have I broken?
Okay. We have
what
to have a
law have I broken?
The arrival of the president.
It doesn't even close until 3 o'clock.
I understand that.
Or do you understand that?
What's your name?
Do you understand that?
What's your name?
What is your badge number?
1647.
I'm going to file a complaint with Officer Reed.
That's okay.
And your Internal Affairs Department.
That's okay.
You don't touch. You don't touch me.
Okay. I did not touch you.
Yes, you did. I have it all live streamed between 3 cameras.
Okay.
Don't touch me. Not to mention the other ones that are watching you right now.
Okay.
Don't touch me. You have no right.
Why won't you give your name?
I have no business to give you my name.
Okay.
I haven't what ordinance have I broken?
What's your name?
What ordinance have I broken?
What is your name, sir?
Have I committed a misdemeanor?
What is your name?
Am I being detained?
Yes, you are.
For under what probable cause?
Okay.
What is your RAS? Your reasonable, articulable suspicion that I've committed a crime.
You have your face covered.
It's cold outside. I have gloves on. It's cold outside.
You don't have your gloves on.
I can't operate the camera.
You don't have a glove
I've
on
been
your
doing this and sticking it inside my jacket.
Well, you have it's so cold.
I've been alternating. It takes video.
Out of the blue, the cop drops the bomb that the man is being detained, but surprise, he can't actually explain why. Instead, he sticks to his one and only line, "Give me your ID." It's like the only phrase he memorized before deciding to become a cop.
Being detained.
Yes, you are being detained.
Under what probable cause?
The Secret Service is
under what probable cause? I haven't committed a crime.
I
haven't. It doesn't matter. You have to. If you have to detain me, then I'm leaving.
No, you're not.
What am I being detained for?
Is that your name?
What am I being detained for? What am I being detained for?
Service has cleared you.
What am I being detained for? What's your name, officer?
To identify you.
A detective with years of experience joins in helping the policeman, but it turns out his experience is no match for his sheer ignorance. He chimes in, announcing that the man is detained, yet when questioned about the reason, his response is that he's not sure. Seriously? How could a detective not be sure about a detainment? The guy, rightfully ticked off for being attacked without cause, reminds them about reasonable suspicion, something any officer should know about. But nope, they're not sure about that either. The man suggests they call their boss to sort this mess out. Now, here comes the logical question. If a person is just walking on the sidewalk, taking pictures, where exactly does the law-breaking part come in?
Keep down here.
Chief's busy.
Well, tell Mr. Reed to come down here. He knows who I am. Tell the chief to come here.
600, 620.
Tell the chief to come here.
Let the Secret Service know that the subject is failing to identify.
I'm not failing to ID.
Refusing to identify.
I'm not under 34125, 3.5. That's not it. It's not failure to ID. You haven't told me what crime I've committed.
Okay, just a second.
I don't want.
No, they're talking in my ear. You're not going anywhere.
Don't touch me.
You're not going anywhere.
Why am I being detained? Why am I being detained? You haven't given me probable cause for me to be detained.
Just a second. I don't need probable cause.
Yes, you do.
No.
You need reasonable articulable suspicion.
That's right.
Yes. What is it?
That's not.
What is it?
Reasonable.
What crime have I committed? Of what crime?
Right now, we're
of
not
what
sure.
crime?
That's why we're talking.
You can't hold me for you're not sure.
Sure we can.
No, you cannot.
It's called a Terry stop.
No, then Terry frisk me.
I don't need to frisk you right now.
Okay. Don't reach in my pockets. That's not part of the Terry frisk.
Unless I feel something that could be contraband or a weapon, then I can.
No, you can't.
Sure I can.
That's not a Terry stop.
Sure it is.
Nope. It's a cursory search.
All right.
How dumb do you think the public is?
I don't think they're dumb at all.
Yeah, I've got 3 officers here.
I think they're antagonistic.
Yeah, 3 officers. I'm out here taking video and pictures. Where's the crime in that?
We're just following.
Where is the crime in that?
As requested of
then
us.
tell them to either come out here and I'll tell them the same thing.
Even though they insisted that the guy's recording was suspicious, he fires back asking if it's a felony. The detective then decides to drop a nugget of truth, saying that the fact the guy didn't break the law doesn't stop them from talking to him. Fair point, but cops, he conveniently forgets that they're not just talking, they're abusing the guy, telling him he's being detained without a shred of a valid reason. And one of them even touches him, for which he can be sued for battery. He must not grope the citizens. He is there to serve them, not to live on them.
It doesn't matter if it raises suspicion. It's not a crime.
It certainly does.
No, it doesn't. It's not a crime. It's not. It's suspicious activity. Is that a misdemeanor or felony, sir?
Suspicious activity.
Misdemeanor or felony?
It's neither.
That's right. It's neither. So I haven't committed a crime.
No, but that doesn't mean we can't talk to you.
Yeah, well, you can't detain me. That's the thing. Did you take an oath? Sir, I'm talking to you. Did you take an oath?
Just a second.
Did you take? I don't care what you're doing. Did you take an oath? I'm talking to you, public servant.
Parnell side,
I'm talking to you, public servant. Did you take an oath?
Go out and around.
Did you take an oath?
I did.
To uphold the Constitution.
I did.
This is a First Amendment protected activity. So why don't you get back in your car and get back to your job? This is not your job.
Just a second.
Don't do that to me. You keep leaning in like you can't hear, so I'm speaking up for you.
The man, rightfully frustrated by the unjustified touching, educates the cop that it's the other way around. He should be the one going to prison for touching him. Yet the cop insists that the man touched him first, conveniently forgetting the entire encounter was being recorded. It's like the video doesn't clearly show who initiated the physical contact. Then, a new cop enters the scene, and the man demands a reason to arrest the cop for battery. The new cop, realizing the guy's got a point and he can't just brush it off, quickly withdraws and falls silent. It's a clear case of someone in uniform unable to handle being held accountable for their actions.
If I touched you that way, even with a finger, even if it just touched your clothes, I'm going to jail.
You already did that.
I did not.
You going to jail?
I did not.
You touched me?
No. It's all on camera. I did not. You can't do that. You have to have reasonable, articulable suspicion.
We're doing that.
What crime have I committed?
That's what we're going to do.
What crime have I committed?
That's what we're going to do.
What crime have I committed?
It's a broken record. It's going over and over.
No, well, because I need to know.
Okay.
You can't articulate a crime.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you just get the chief out here? He'll clear it up.
No, he won't.
Yes, he will.
No, he has tasked us to deal with this.
Well, you go ask him to come here. What's your name, sir?
My name is Officer Adam Hartman, 1896 Fort Wayne Police Department.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for being professional. Unlike these guys who have illegally detained me, and this guy decided he wanted to put his hands on me. Can you do something about that?
Well, he's a sergeant.
It doesn't matter. Can you please arrest this man?
I'm not. If you
well, I am going to file a complaint, but that is not it. Can you arrest this man for illegally touching me?
No, I haven't witnessed any crime.
I'll show you. I'll show you the crime.
The embarrassed officer, desperately trying to save face, keeps pushing his so-called options. However, the man, having lost all his patience, couldn't care less about the options. He's only interested in one thing, whether he's detained or free to go. The man repeats this like a broken record until the policeman is finally defeated and concedes that he's free to go. Victory for the guy who stood his ground and asserted his rights.
These are your options. Okay?
I'm not wanting to hear, am I being detained or am I free to go? Am I being detained or am I free to go? Am I being detained or am I free to go?
Are you going to allow me to speak?
Am I being detained? Once you answer my question.
Yes, I'm going to give you what your options are.
I don't care what my options are. I have a right to leave. Am I being detained or am I free to go? Am I being detained or am I free to go? I heard the same thing you did. Am I being detained or am I free to go?
You're being detained.
Under what suspicion of crime? I don't need to hear your lip. Am I being detained or am I free to go? That's the only thing that matters.
Has been secured and rented by.
Am I being detained or am I free to go? Am I being detained or am I free to go? Am I being detained? Am I being detained or am I free to go? Am I being detained or am I free to go?
Do you understand?
Am I being detained or am I free to go?
Do you understand?
Am I being detained or am I free to go?
Do you understand?
Am I being detained or am I free to go, sir?
Your refusal to leave will
am I being detained or am I free to go? Do you need me to go ahead and sign language it? Am I being detained or am I free to go?
Do you know how to sign?
Do you want me to say it in Spanish or French? Am I being detained or am I free to go? Which one? You have to release me from detainment. It's not up for me to make a decision whether or not I understand something. It's up to you to release me from my detainment. Am I being detained or am I free to go?